Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are cracking open the science of self-discipline using some amazing insights from Peter Holland's Neuro-Discipline. We're going to figure out why it's so tough to stick with our goals, and more importantly, how to use our own brain chemistry to finally start winning. All right, let's just dive right in with a question I think we've all asked ourselves a million times. Why is it so hard to stick to our goals? You know the feeling, right? You get all fired up, you make a plan, and then, well, a week later, you're right back where you started. What is going on there? I mean, let's be honest. We have all been Kate. We have that big ambition. Learn French, get fit, start that side hustle. But somehow, our schedule is just mysteriously too busy. Too busy with TV, with scrolling, with all the easy, comfortable stuff that gives us a quick hit of pleasure. So in this explainer, here's our game plan. We're going to walk through 4 key ideas. First, the discipline dilemma, why we're basically programmed to procrastinate. Then we'll look at the battle raging inside your brain. After that, we get to the fun stuff, some clever brain hacks. And finally, we'll talk about the real secret sauce, mastering discomfort. Okay, first things first, we have to understand the root of the problem. And here's the big takeaway. Your struggle with discipline is not a moral failing. You're not lazy. It's actually a biological feature. It all comes down to something called the pleasure principle. See, your brain has one primary job, keep you safe and comfortable. It's constantly scanning your environment for the path of least resistance. It wants to seek pleasure and, just as importantly, avoid pain or difficulty. And every time it succeeds, it gets a little reward, a little hit of dopamine. So this pleasure-seeking instinct sets up the central conflict, the big tug-of-war for control that's happening inside your head every single day between 2 very different parts of your brain. Think of it like this. On one side, you've got your prefrontal cortex. Let's call him your inner Albert Einstein. This is the logical, planning, goal-setting part of you. It's slow. It's deliberate. It thinks about the future. But on the other side, you've got the limbic system. This is your skittish cat. It's all about emotion, impulse, and immediate gratification. It doesn't care about next year. It just wants to feel good right now. And here is the absolute kicker. The skittish cat is way, way faster. Your emotional brain reacts in milliseconds, while your logical Einstein brain is still booting up. So that impulse to hit snooze, to grab the cookie, to watch one more episode, that's the skittish cat hijacking the controls before Einstein can even get a word in edgewise. Okay, so if we're in a battle against a faster, more impulsive version of ourselves, how do we ever win? Well, you don't fight fire with fire. You get clever. So let's talk about some practical cheat codes you can use to give your inner Einstein a fighting chance. First up is something called if-then planning. This is pure genius because it basically automates your good behavior. You make the decision before the temptation hits. You create a simple rule. If this specific situation happens, then I will automatically do this action. For example, if I finish dinner, then I will immediately put my running shoes by the door. The decision is already made. No willpower required. And if you're wondering if this actually works, oh, it works. Check this out. One study showed that a mind-blowing 91% of people who used an if-then plan actually stuck to their exercise program, and the people who didn't, only 39%. That's not just a small difference. That's a total game changer. All right, next hack. This one is all about working with your brain's reward system instead of against it. It's called temptation bundling. You basically bribe your skittish cat into doing the hard work. And it's super simple to set up. Step 1, make a list of your guilty pleasures, the podcasts you love, the shows you binge. Step 2, list the things you know you should do but always put off, like exercise or chores. Step 3, bundle them. You only allow yourself to enjoy the temptation while you're doing the productive task. So you only get to watch your favorite show while you're on the treadmill. Simple, but so effective. This last hack is about one thing, speed. It's called the 5-second rule. The idea is the second you have an instinct to do something positive, you have a 5-second window to physically move before your brain kills the idea with fear and excuses. So you just count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you go. You literally move your body before your mind can talk you out of it. And trust me, Your brain has an arsenal of excuses ready to go. You've got the perfectionist, who's waiting for the perfect moment that never comes. The intimidated, who thinks the task is just too big. The blamer, who always has something or someone else to point to. And the defeatist, who's already convinced they'll fail. Just knowing which one is your brain's favorite is half the battle. Okay, so these hacks and tricks are incredibly useful. But to build truly lasting self-discipline, we have to go one level deeper. We need a fundamental shift in our mindset. And this is the real secret. The core of discipline isn't about motivation. Motivation is fleeting. It's not about life hacks. It's about one thing: your willingness to be uncomfortable. It's about sacrificing what you want in this moment for what you want most. It is the conscious choice to lean into the discomfort, because that is where all growth happens.
You know, this isn't some new age idea. We're talking ancient wisdom here. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius was writing about this exact struggle almost 2,000 years ago. When he didn't want to get out of his warm bed, he reminded himself of his purpose, of his duty. He chose the discomfort of doing his job over the comfort of staying put.
So I'll leave you with this. Self-discipline isn't something you either have or you don't. It's not a personality trait. It's a choice you make over and over again. It's a muscle that you build every time you choose to face discomfort instead of run from it. So the only real question is, what discomfort will you choose to embrace today?